Now we've sown our tomato seeds and we need to water them, and we need to do that fairly carefully. Let me show you two methods that you can try and see which one suits yourself. Now certainly we can use this dipping method where we lower the sown tomato module plug trays into a reservoir of water and let by capillarity the water take up going through the base of the modules and rise to the top. With that method, we don't disturb the compost at all when we water. And that's particularly good for very fine seeds, so you don't scatter the seeds when you water overhead, as you would do with watering. Here, we just let the water rise up, and gradually, as the water comes up, the colour of the compost at the top takes on a darker colour. And then we know the water has come to the top and has put moisture around the seeds, because moisture is the first trigger for germination. And then we need oxygen, then we need warmth, of course, and then growth and germination starts. And we've launched the plant underway to give us a bumper crop of tomatoes. So that's one way we can do it. And already you can begin to see darkening of the compost here and there. And that, of course, is the water rising by capillarity. But let me just show you, whilst we're waiting for that, the more traditional way of watering in seeds. We take a watering can with a rose on the end, and you can either have it facing downwards like that, or you can have it facing upwards like that. Now, I would suggest that you have it facing upwards, and when you're going to water, you need to start at one side and then move the water spray over and backwards until you've applied sufficient. Never start above, because you get lots of water coming out which will disturb the compost and spoil the seed sowing. So always start on one side like that, and then bring the water across until sufficient has been applied to soak through to the bottom of the container. And then when you've done that, stop on one side, and then the coarse droplets are not going to drop into the compost and disturb all our seeds. It's common sense, really. And look now at the one which we've plunged into the water. You can see the compost has darkened, and of course it's watered to the top. So at that point, we can take the plug tray out of there, allow the excess water to drain. We can put these side by side, and then all we need to do now is to cover those with some polythene and then a sheet of newspaper on the top. And probably in about 4 or 5, 6 days, we'll see the start of germination. Little signs of yellow, then green shoots beginning to appear. When most of them have germinated, we've got to take off the newspaper, otherwise they will stretch. We must take off the polythene and give them full light. Light keeps the short, bushy plants nice and strong. If we deprive them of light, then they will stretch and become weak plants. So once germination has occurred, take off the shade, take off the polythene, and give them full light. But obviously, keep a check on watering. And when these seedlings get up to a seed leaf on either side, then they're ready for pricking out. But of course, in the plug trays, we allow them to grow much bigger, producing true leaves before we actually plug them out into larger pots.